Spring Festival is the most special festival in China and is most meaningful.
My favorite Korean traditional holiday is 설날, which is New Year's Day by the lunar calendar. Families come together for the ceremony and we cook a lot of traditional food like japchae.
So my favorite holiday in Vietnam is the Tet holiday. It is an occasion where family and relatives gathering together to celebrate New Year's. We also have a lot of traditions such as cooking bánh chưng or giving lucky money to the children. This is also the occasion where we go to the pagodas to wish for good luck, health, and also all the best things in the New Year's.
My favorite holiday in Kazakhstan is Nowruz. Nowruz is a traditional Kazakh holiday which starts on March 21st and ends on March 23rd. During these days, people are usually trying to find peace and they make a special dish called Nowruz Koje, which consists of 7 ingredients. And the most important, families usually visit each other and they wish all the best for the host family.
Well, my favorite holiday is Fallas, which is the most famous holiday in Valencia, my hometown, which in around 4 days we celebrate what is called the Fallas, and in the last day we will burn down all of the monuments that we have built during the year. And it's a lot of fun, lots of party, and all of the city comes together.
My favorite holiday in my country is Semana Santa, which is a religious holiday in which we celebrate the whole week and we have different traditional food and costumes.
My favorite holiday in Thailand is Songkran Festival, and it's like a water festival, and it is really popular. People come with a friends or family and gathering together in this festival.
My favorite holiday is Pi Mai Lao. It's on April 14 to 16. Pi Mai Lao is one of the most important holidays, which is a traditional celebration, which is like a water festival, which is really similar to Songkran in Thailand.
The holiday in Brazil that I really love is Easter. In Brazil, we have a tradition of exchanging chocolate eggs during Easter, and I feel it's really heartwarming because it's something special to give chocolate for your loved ones, your families, your close friends. And if you really want to go above and beyond, you can even make the chocolate for yourself and try to make it as personalized as possible. And it's really so wholesome.
Favorite holiday must be Easter, because we actually eat lots of chocolate in France.
In Portugal, we have a holiday which is on the 25th April, and it sets the end of our dictatorship, which was lived by Portugal.
It's Eid holiday since it is the longest holiday, and it's usually for Muslim people that we gather together with our families, and yeah, it's just so nice to meet our families.
My favorite Danish holiday is something called Sankt Hans, which is sort of like midsummer, which some people would know, and we celebrate the half year, and we do a big bonfire and we burn a witch on the bonfire.
Independence Day is the most important day in a holiday in our country. It's the day Burkina Faso became independent from the imperialism of France.
The most favorite national holiday of Pakistan is the Independence Day. It is celebrated on the 14th of August, and it starts with the fireworks, and in the morning there are a lot of military shows, military parades, air shows, and people have singing competitions of national songs, and they go out on their cars waving the flag of Pakistan.
So my favorite holiday from Switzerland is Knabenschießen. It's basically a competition where everyone gets to have a Swiss army rifle, and the goal is to hit the target. And it's also surrounded by a fair, so it's really fun to be there.
My favorite holiday is Heritage Day. We celebrate the heritage of all of the people in our country by coming together and having a South African style barbecue, which we call braai. All families and communities gather together and share some food.
El Día de Muertos, or the Day of the Dead, where we honor the ones that have passed away.
My favorite holiday in India is the festival of Diwali, which is the festival of lights, which signifies the victory of good over evil, and it is a celebration of prosperity where people give gifts to their loved ones.
My favorite holiday in Finland is Christmas for sure. It's the biggest holiday in our country, and we talk about a magical Christmas. And it's also a big thing because Santa Claus is actually from Finland, so it's by far our most treasured holiday.
For my favorite holiday, I usually would pick Christmas. London has great decorations in the city, it has a great atmosphere, and I believe it's worth a trip to visit and to have that real Christmas feel, even though it's very cold.
My favorite holiday in the United States is Christmas because it's the greatest time of the year to celebrate with your family.
The best part of Mongolian holidays, actually for me, it's New Year, because all of the traditions around New Year, we get together with our families, and actually the snow is falling behind our windows, and all of the songs that we listen to, there's also Russian songs and Mongolian songs, and the atmosphere is the best around New Year.
My favorite Russian holiday is New Year. We usually celebrate New Year from the night of 31st of December till January 1st morning. During this holiday you can gather with your friends and family, spend some time together, eat a lot of food, watch for the beautiful fireworks, and it's a tradition to listen to the presidential speech every year.
Azerbaycan, Azerbaycan, ey qəhrəman övladın şanlı vətəni, səndən ötürü can verməyə cümlə hazırız, səndən ötürü qan tökməyə cümlə qadiriz, üç rəngli bayrağınla məsud yaşa.
আমার সোনার বাংলা, আমি তোমায় ভালোবাসি.
Мы белорусы, мирные люди, сердцем отданы родной земли.
Ouvirão do Ipiranga as margens plácidas de povo heróico brado retumbante, e o sol da liberdade em raios fúlgidos brilhou no céu da pátria nesse instante.
Der et yndigt land, det står med brede bøge, nær salten østre strand, nær salten østre strand.
Blühe im Glanze dieses Glückes, blühe deutsches Vaterland.
Isten áld meg a magyart, jó kedvel, bőséggel, nyújts feléje védőkart, ha küzd ellenséggel.
Altın gün aspanı altından dağlası, yerliktin dastanı еліме қарашы.
Ата мекенім, ардақты жерім, kılımdarga seni ırdap kelem min.
Saya berbangga menjadi rakyat Malaysia. Saya sayang Malaysia.
Mexicanos al grito de guerra.
Ja, vi älskar detta landet som det stiger frem.
Tu nishane azme alishan arze Pakistan, merkeze yakin shadbad.
Heróis do mar, nobre povo, nação valente e imortal, levantai hoje de novo o esplendor de Portugal. Às armas, às armas.
Россия – священная наша держава. Россия – любимая наша страна. Могучая воля, великая слава, твое достояние на все времена.
Na Tatro sa blízka, hromy divo bijú, zastavme ich bratia, veď sa oni stratia, Slováci ožijú.
Nkosi sikeleli Afrika, manu pagani sun komalayo, isai sintanda soyetu. Nkosi sikelela tina musabulayo, murena bulu кесичава саєсу.
Ще не вмерла України, ні слава, ні воля. Ще нам, браття українці, усміхнеться доля.
Ser quyosh qurilgan belga baxt najot, sen o'zing do'stlarga yo'ldosh mehribon.
Đoàn quân Việt Nam đi, chung lòng cứu quốc, bước chân rộn vang trên đường gập ghềnh xa. Cờ in mau chiến thắng mang hồn nước, sum ngoài xa trên khúc quân hành ca. Đường vinh quang xây xác quân thù, thắng gian lao cùng nhau lập chiến khu.
I strongly recommend you to go Korean Folk Village. You can experience the Joseon Dynasty, exploring the folk village in a traditional Korean dress, hanbok.
I recommend going to Cape Town in South Africa. There are beautiful oceans, we have Table Mountain, and you can visit historical sites like Robben Island.
So for places to visit in Brazil, I would really love to recommend Salvador in Bahia, northeast of Brazil, and for several reasons. First one, because the food there, it's amazing, it's very local, it represents a lot of Brazilian culture in that place. The architecture is brilliant, it's so colorful, so special to that area, and the landscape, especially the beaches, are amazing. They're the most beautiful beaches I've ever seen in the whole world.
So the best places to visit in Italy, of course, if you like culture, I would recommend Venice and Florence, which are full with Italian and also international culture and history.
So the best place in Spain for me is Valencia. It is one of the places which is richer in food and places to visit, and the people is amazing.
I recommend the traveler to travel to Luang Prabang. Even Luang Prabang is not the capital city of Laos, but Luang Prabang is full of place of beautiful natural, and they still give their own style of house and beautiful traditional culture in there.
For tourists, I would like to suggest 3 places to visit in Kazakhstan. First is stunning Charin Canyon and very beautiful Khainda Lake, which are located near Almaty in southeastern part of Kazakhstan. And also don't forget to visit Borsuk Track, which is located in Mangistau region in western Kazakhstan.
Oaxaca and San Cristobal de las Casas, definitely.
Since Bangladesh is home to the world's longest sea beach, Cox's Bazar, and largest mangrove forest, which is Sundarbans, I would recommend any tourist to Bangladesh to visit those places.
Despite Belgium is a very small country, places you need to visit are the cities Ghent, Brussels, Bruges, Antwerp and Liège.
Places I would recommend to travel to is mostly Abuja, Port Harcourt and Calabar. They are beautiful places.
I would recommend to travel to St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg is one of the historic cities in Russia. It also can be named as art high capital of Russia. There are a lot of sightseeing places, for instance, Hermitage, Winter Palace, Peterhof.
One of the best tourist attraction in Azerbaijan is Shusha. Shusha has very ancient and very rich history and culture, and also Shusha is the music center of Azerbaijan. If you want to see very beautiful city and very rich culture, and if you want to listen very perfect classic music, you can come to Shusha, and you will be greeted with very hospitable and kind Azerbaijan people.
About the UK, we often don't realize that the UK has a lot of valleys and countryside. We often see just the main cities, and I think you could get away with a lot of green scenery.
The place I would definitely recommend for visiting Finland is Lapland. It's the northern part of Finland, where you get the authentic experience of Finland with lots of snow in winter, and during summer the sun only sets for 2 or 3 hours.
It should be like the whole Côte d'Azur, which is the south of France. You can see a lot of different landscape and food and try a lot of other funny stuff.
One place that I can recommend you if one day you travel to Madagascar is Nusse Bay, an island on the northwest of Madagascar, where the people are very nice, the beach are very paradisiac and very peaceful. A lot of travelers goes there every year to just enjoy that place. So yeah, I will definitely recommend that place.
For travel recommendations, there's something for everyone's liking, from the deserts in Rajasthan to the beaches of Goa, and from forests of Sundarbans to the historic places in Maharashtra.
Labuan Bajo is nice because you can rent a private finisi there and sail around the islands.
I would recommend you to go to Madeira, which is an island in Portugal, and it's extremely beautiful, but I would also recommend you to go to Lisbon and Porto, which are the main cities from Portugal, and they're filled with people and they're filled with our culture.
So I'm from The Hague in the Netherlands. It's a coastal city, and I really recommend you to visit Scheveningen. It's a really nice beach, and you can walk down like the boulevard and see different types of cuisines, different type of shops you can visit, and the beach is also really nice to look at.
Best places to visit in Ukraine. I obviously recommend visiting the capital of Ukraine, Kyiv, which is extremely beautiful, as well as its historical center, Lviv.
and Carpathian Mountains to enjoy the magic of winter.
Uzbekistan has a lot of places which people can visit. For example, Tashkent, which is the capital, and this is the main city of Uzbekistan. It is modern and beautiful and has all the aspects of Uzbek culture and modern aspects of modern life. Also, people can visit Samarkand, Bukhara or Jizak or Khiva, which has the aspects of history of Uzbekistan and also of Middle Asia.
The lake Issyk is one of the most famous and popular places in Kyrgyzstan, and it's located in the city in Karakol. And it's a definitely must visit place when you come to Kyrgyzstan.
The places I recommend to go to in Norway is first of all Oslo, the capital, Bergen, the old capital, and then I recommend to go to Tromsø and Lofoten to see the northern lights.
Second place I recommend you to travel, it's Phuket. It's like one of the most beautiful beach in the world, very pretty, and the color of the beach is amazing.
I'd like you to visit Fukushima in Japan, which is my hometown, and it has a lot of beautiful views and really delicious fruits.
The best place to visit in the United States is Washington, D.C. to see the Smithsonian Museum, the White House, and Congressional Library, where you can see the Declaration of Independence in person.
The place I would recommend you to go to is called High Tatras. It's a range of mountains in the north of Slovakia. In winter you can try many ski resorts, or in summer you can go on hiking and visit some lakes or caves.
The vineyards and the wineries, for example, in Badakhshan, Villan, Tokaj or Eger.
I recommend traveling to Zurich because it's just beautiful. The river is beautiful, the people are nice, there are a lot of cafes, and it's just a beautiful city.
So my favorite traditional food in Vietnam is bún chả. So bún chả is basically vermicelli served with marinated grilled pork, and you eat it with the sweet and sour sauce and fresh vegetables. It's actually a very good food to eat during the summer days.
My favorite food is called draniki. It's traditional pancakes which are made of potatoes.
My favorite dish from my country is the main dish. It's tom yum goong, and this one is very popular for foreigners. Even though I'm Thai, I really like it a lot, and like you cannot find anywhere else.
With regards to Ukrainian national food, I'd highlight two things: vareniki and borscht. Vareniki are similar to dumplings, but they have slightly different shape and usually filled with mashed potatoes and mushrooms. Borscht is a national Ukrainian soup, which is characterized by its red color because of its primary ingredient of beets, and it's basically meat with boiled vegetables.
I like the hot pot, especially in the winter. When you eat that, it's really warm, and it's you can put all of the things that you like into that.
So when you visit Belgium, you should definitely try our traditional dish, beef stew with fries, and of course a Belgian beer.
My favorite fruit from Switzerland is raclette. It's a food based off cheese, so you have an oven which you share with the other people, and there are two levels of this oven. Like in the top part you put on their meat or potatoes or everything you desire, and then the second level there's cheese you melt, and after that you scrape off the cheese and put it on your bread or the meat you just grilled.
My favorite Japanese food is sushi, which is rice and raw fish, and takoyaki, which is octopus balls.
My favorite Mongolian traditional food is called hoshor. It's like a flat dumpling, but we actually deep fry it, and then we like drizzle it with a lot of sauces, and it tastes really awesome.
My favorite traditional food are chilaquiles. That is like fried tortilla with a sauce and cream and cheese. It's absolutely good.
It is jhal murgi bhuna, which can be translated to spicy chicken curry in English.
My favorite traditional food is kansa. It's named kansa. It's a traditional crepe made with beans.
My favorite food in Malaysia is nasi lemak and ayam rendang. In nasi lemak we have rice and chicken.
So traditional Dutch food that I really like are poffertjes. So poffertjes are like really small pancakes. You eat them with like powdered sugar or any other things you might want to add, like strawberries. And yeah, that's a really tasty.
So at the moment, what I miss the most, food-wise from Germany, is the very good traditional bread and just cheese. So I'm really looking forward to eating that again once I'm home.
My favorite Azerbaijan dish is the dish worthy for kings is shah pilav, as translated as a crown pilav.
My favorite Danish traditional dish is something called stegt flæsk med persillesauce, which is fried pork with parsley sauce.
So for my favorite food in the UK, personally, I would choose codfish with chips and tartar sauce, which is a basic if you're from the UK.
Our traditional food is called brinzové halušky, and it's a combination of handmade pasta that's made from potatoes and flour, and on top you put sheep cheese and bacon.
My favorite dish is the oba dish. It is known as the African salad.
So I would say my favorite food for sure in Finland is mustikkapiirakka, which means blueberry pie, and it's, as the name says, it's a pie we eat during the summer.
I think it could be satay, soto, bebek goreng. Actually, I can't choose because too many favorite food.
So the traditional Pakistani food is called mutton karahi. This is literally the freshly chopped lamb made with traditional spices. It is kind of spicy with some curry in it, and it is eaten with a whole wheat flat bread, freshly cooked.
My favorite traditional food in French is raclette, which is melted cheese with potatoes and ham.
My favorite traditional food is pilav. Uzbek people in general eat pilav when we gather with friends or with relatives or in any meetings that we have with our beloved ones. It is our favorite food.
My favorite traditional dishes in Madagascar is raftout. It's made with crushed bay leaves and pork, and you can add some dish of coconut and ginger to improve the taste.
My favorite traditional food from my country is pupusas, which is the most popular food in my country. It's made of corn dog and cheese and other ingredients.
Apple pie is traditional food of America. We eat it year-round, but especially around our Independence Day, July 4th.
My favorite traditional dish from Hungary is goulash soup, which is a soup with vegetables, meats and special seasonings.
My favorite traditional food is smoked salmon with scrambled egg on fresh egg. And Norway is very famous for salmon, so that's why this is one of the traditional dishes.
The most remarkable feature of my country, India, is that there is unity in spite of diversity. It is a beautiful kaleidoscope of different cultures, religions and languages.
The best feature in my country is that this country is very small, so you can visit many places in one day. You can go to traditional villages and mountains in the same time.
Laos have many beautiful natural places and really beautiful traditional culture, and which one is really unique is the food. And every part in Laos have really different traditional food. Example, in Luang Prabang, I recommend you guys to eat chao bong. It's like a spicy sauce made of pork skin, and when you eat with sticky rice, it's really good.
The best feature about our country, in my opinion, is the location. It's very easy to travel from Germany. You just enter your car, drive for a few hours, and you're in a different place.
Alright, so the Netherlands, we are really known for being a really flat country. So contrary to other countries, for example South Korea, our ground is really flat, so you don't have to walk up and downhill.
I think it's a combination of the modernity and the history.
We call our country Blue Ice Country because there are so many crystal clear lakes and rivers which may resemble blue eyes of a girl.
Culture of craftsmanship, for example, Japanese sake, leatherback, and traditional crafts.
Okay. A typical Italian feature is that while we talk, we use our hands to express even more our feelings, and we don't even notice that.
The diversity in our culture, that's the most amazing feature of my country.
The most amazing feature in Madagascar is that 70% of its species, fauna and flora, are endemic. For example, in Madagascar you can find 4 species of baobab, and you can find only 1 in the entire Africa continent.
Okay, when you come to Burkina Faso, you can visit the sacred fish in Bafora. It's a fish people found sacred and go to pray, do some traditional thing to ancestors.
One of the main features in Kyrgyzstan is of course the people and the hospitality we have. So when you come to Kyrgyzstan, you will definitely be amazed by all the people in Kyrgyzstan, and they will offer you food and their help and everything you need. So please welcome.
The best features of Mongolia is that it has so much vast land that you don't actually see mountains. You can see the land from one edge to another, and at night you can actually see the stars 180 degrees. It's all over the sky, and that's the best part of Mongolia.
So beside the beer, chocolates, waffles and fries, Belgium is also very well known for a football team, and of course it's also seen as the capital of Europe.
The people. The people of my country is just the best thing I can say about it. We are welcoming, we are fun, and I just love the people from my country.